Okay, and welcome back to Loft Junction, and we've got this Triangle Princess. It's quite an old one. As you can see, it's fairly old. It's got no front bogey, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to strip it down. We have already done a little bit to this. You can see it's got a crack. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but you can see there's a crack at the back. Obviously, there's still a little bit of work to do. But anyway, so let's take the top off. We'll take the body off. And this is basically how they come to us. This is how we find them. So we have done a little bit to this, not an awful lot. You can see there. Let's just make sure we don't drop that on the floor. Just reinforced. That's why when I did this, I wasn't sure whether we'd have enough clearance, but yeah, we have. That's why I put the body back on. But I just wanted to get this structurally sound because it was opened right up when we got it. So, but that will get painted, and the crack will get filled in. Obviously, it's been painted at some point in its life. I think the roof's been painted before, and obviously the smoke box end. That looks like it's had a paint job at some point. But anyway, so that's the top. Here's the chassis. We haven't done any. The only thing we've done with this is test the motor, and we know it's a good motor. She runs alright. But someone's definitely in the past played around with the wiring. And I know it's been messed about with all, as everybody else knows. You can see the rods are upside down. So obviously they should be up the other way. But we're going to strip it all out and give it a clean. So next job, we'll remove the sorry, my hand's in the way. Remove the back pony truck. So, and remove the front screw. That's the front screw. Now, as I was saying, this didn't have a front bogey. So what we've done, or what I've done, we actually got I think this is slightly earlier, but it will do for now until I find one with, I think there's type 1 coupling on it. I think that's the one it should have, because over there on the shelf, as the old saying goes, here's one I did earlier. This is a Triangle Princess tender, and we've cleaned this one up. And it's got the same coupling on it, but if you look at the plastic, it's virtually the same colour. So we're going to match this up. We're going to put a new decal on it, but once this one cleans up and I open it, it's going to look as good as that at some point. But let's just see if we can get the chassis for running for now. So that's the plan for that. So that's the tender to go with that. So moving on, I'm going to take the screws out of here if they come out. Yep. Sorry about getting hands in the way. So we know these are on the wrong side, so they don't really matter at the moment. Obviously the coupling rod, the watchet rods aren't, but that didn't have, I don't think that had display. Oh yeah, it did have displacer in it. So we'll take that one out. Bent. Don't want to come out. Okay, so let's not lose nothing. So we'll have to have a look at that. The other thing with these is, if when you do take these, the later ones seem to be a bit tighter. They have a little recess, little clip on the side, and they're really awkward sometimes. They split easy, so you do have to be a bit delicate with them. So that's obviously one job we've got to sort out. Because that don't want to come out, do it? Oh, there you go. Look at that. See solid in there. So there you go. So that's all your valve gear off, and your screws, your piston block. So there you go. That's all your components. So now we get down to the chassis where the motor is. We're going to take that out. Oh, wrong screw. Wally. Let's turn it round. Let's do it that way. So undo the motor screw. Keep getting my fingers in the way again. No problem with doing with these. Okay. So that's your motor out. And then we are going to take, this is, I think this is a suppressor. Or an old type of suppressor. So I'm going to take that off. Turn it over, and we're going to take the, you can see there, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the pickup on the commutator plate has been really bent badly, so we're going to sort that out. And obviously give that one a little bit of a tweak. Not been much arcing on there, but probably hasn't run for years. But anyway, so that's that. So we're going to take that off next. Got my hand in the way again, sorry people. Quite a lot of playing these wheels. You might be changing the bushes. There's an isolator bush on each wheel. On these ones, I think it's on each wheel on these. But anyway, so that's the result. The gasket's there. And can we get that out through the body? I think we might have to. Sorry if you can't see this, but I'm trying to get this through there, but I don't know whether it's going to come through. So bear with me a second, and we'll see if we can get that. Right. I think we might have to replace this at some point. Come on. There you go. There you go. Okay, so that's all your. That's a gasket. That's a gasket. Little gasket that goes underneath the commutator plate. Oh well, look, the wires fell off. There's a surprise. So I think that's some sort of TV suppressor. I think they called them. I don't know. It might not be, but it could be. I don't know what that little black thing is. Maybe that's a TV suppressor. But anyway, that's basically what you're left with when you strip them out. Now, do we change the bushes? No, I don't think we will. Because it's a real nightmare. Well, quartering could be fiddly. And what they mean by quartering is the wheel, for those that don't know, all the holes should line up on one side. Okay, when you turn it over, sorry, that's the top, this is the top of the chassis. Now you can see the holes are facing upwards. So if I turn it around again, they're facing backwards, or if you do it the other way, facing forwards, and all the holes are lined up. turn it over, sorry, turn it round, and now they're all facing downwards. So that's what quartering means. And I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the isolator bush in the centre of each wheel. Don't know if they're on, some of them are fixed. Yeah, they're on this side. It's fixed. So it only comes out one side. And this one, because it's an old one, it's what they call what's known as a split chassis. So you got a little screw there, and I think there's another one somewhere. I think maybe under the wheel. And so you can take the whole unit apart. You can take this piece out, take this piece out, but we're not going to do that with this. So all we're going to do now is clean it up. But I thought I'd show you how to strip it down. Hope it makes interesting viewing, and we'll be back again soon. So thanks for watching, and we'll keep you updated.